Good morning, Suzanne.
Good morning, Ange.
How are you doing?
I'm very well this morning. How about you?
I'm very fine, and I'm having like a couple of questions that I would like to ask you, and I'm willing to get the answers that are good.
Thank you very much. So, my name is Suzanne Baisia Kavua, and in this video, I'll be answering some behavioral questions, and Ange is the one who's going to help me. So, for the questions you have, you're welcome. You can just go ahead and ask me.
Thank you. Can you please tell me about yourself?
Well, I'm a Kepler student. Actually, I'm a student at Southern Hampshire University and the Kepler program. So I'm in my second year. I'm taking general studies with concentration in business. I'll be graduating in 2021. I'm proficient in MS Excel, Word, PowerPoint presentation. I'm so good at communication and public speaking. Yeah. So I'm also a caring person. I really want to be on service of people.
Oh,
That's me.
I love that. Another question is, can you tell me about your past work experience, please?
Thank you very much. I remember before coming to Kepler, I was working as a volunteer to a given organization home. It is called Congo Peace Network. So I was working there as a teacher assistant. So my job was to teach some young people notion about English, like basics of English, teaching them ABCs and helping them when they are preparing for their public defense. When they have finished a program of 3 months, they have to defend what they have learned. So I had to help them to prepare those booklets, help them to feel comfortable when presenting. Yeah, that's how I was doing it.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Another question, can you describe a time when you worked well on a team?
When I worked well on a team, I remember I was volunteering in an organization which is called Action d'encadrement des jeunes femmes pour le développement durable au Congo.
Okay.
In that organization, I was in the recruiting team. So we had to recruit 400 girls and put them in 2 groups of 20. It means each group should have 20 girls. So that we may have 400 girls. So in that team, I was with one guy and one mother. So when we were going to the field, they could be discouraged because working under the sun, it is not really very good to see, and people tend to be discouraged. So I was there to tell them, you just cheer up, we're going to make this. So if they chose us to make this, I'm sure that we're going to make it. So at the end, we come up with a plan. We target some schools and some organizations which gather young people, and then we ask them to assign us some girls. And at the end, we were organizing some small meetings with those girls, tell them what we want from them, asking them to join our groups, and we convinced them. And after 6 months, we had our 400 girls.
Wow, perfect. So perfect.
Thank
That was
you.
not easy to tell, I can
Yeah.
tell. Tell me about a time when you had too many things to do and you had to prioritize your tasks.
Thank you very much. I remember when I was teaching at Congo Peace Network, I had my father who was ill. I had a class to teach, and also I had to write a report where I was volunteering at Action d'encadrement des jeunes femmes pour
Yes.
le développement durable au Congo. So all these things, I should do them the same day. My father was hospitalized. I had to cook for him and bring the food to the hospital. I had a class and I had to write a report and bring it to the organization. So I was like, how am I going to do all these things? So I saw that the health of my father, it is the first thing to do, because if he doesn't eat, he won't be like healthy in the right time so that he may come back home. So I woke up early, I prepared for him, and then I went to the hospital. So after that, I went to Congo Peace Network because it was around 12. I teach my lesson, and then after that, at around 3 p.m., I wrote my report, and I managed to make it in 1 hour and brought it to Achat d'Encadrement des Jeunes Femmes pour le Développement Durable Congo at 4 p.m. And everything was well done, and I realized that not having many things is just a criteria of you knowing how to prioritize your tasks. Because if you know that this is what is very important, this is what comes after, you're going to make it very well.
Tell me about a time you had to go above and beyond the call of duty. How did you handle the situation?
Yeah, I remember when I was teaching, I had the lesson of teaching these useful expressions to the student I was telling you. So I can say my manager, like my supervisor, expected me to teach them so that 80% of students may get the lesson. So my target in my heart, I was like, I want all these people to understand. Even that one they think that they can understand, I want them to get this lesson. So I went back home, I prepared it, I gave detailed examples so that even a baby can get it. So when I came back to teach, I made sure that I'm speaking in English which is easy for everyone to understand, and I was leaving them enough time to ask questions, and me too, I was asking them questions. And after, I realized that everyone got the lesson, and after the lesson, like when the class ended, I got them like using those expressions just after the class.
Wow.
And I realized that everyone can learn if the one who is teaching them is eager to provide the lesson, and the one who is going to learn is also open to get the lesson.
I love that.
Thank you.
Being easy to students is something which is very helpful. Can you tell me about a time when you worked effectively under pressure?
Yeah. I remember my father was sick that period. Just the same period when my father was sick, and I was alone home, and I had to go. I was preparing to go to school, and I realized that he's not doing well. So I asked him, "Can I go to school now? So are you sure that you'll be okay?" And when I turned by my back, I found him trembling. I was like, Jesus Christ, what am I going to do here? I look around, my mother was not there, no one was home, I was just alone there. And I had class in like the 10 minutes to come. What should I do? I couldn't leave him there. So I tried to call my brother, they could not pick my phone. So I went to the hospital, which was near. I was freezing, as you can't even understand. I went to the hospital and tell them that if they can secure my father because he's not really very well. And when I was coming back, I found my mother that she was coming, and the doctor came and they took care of him. And at the end, I felt that my heart went down, and I went to school, but I was a little bit late. I explained it to the teacher, and good enough, he was flexible and he understood my case.
Give me an example of a time when you showed initiative.
I was working in a team. We had a group project, so we had to work together, but everyone should work where they were because we could not find time to be together. So we were looking for a mean to stay in touch and work, because that work we had to do was due in 2 days, so we had to finish the same day. So I proposed the team that we can have a Google document so that everyone can work where they are, and then we can meet the night of that day so that we may put together all what we will be having from where we went, and then come up with a document. So we did it, and at the end it was around 9 p.m. we met and the document was done.
Great. Is there anything else you would like us to know?
So something else you'd like to know about me is that I'm this person who wants to be there for others. I just want to care about them. Yeah, show them some love.
Yeah. Really? I love that.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Okay.